A Mexican nurse was once kidnapped by a cartel and forced to work at their hospital, and now she helps others escape. Mariela Plancarte Saucedo worked as a nurse in a small city in Michoacan when the local mayor convinced her to get a job at one particular hospital in the region. Little did she know that the mayor had been colluding with the Knights Templar cartel, which had been sending their members to that hospital in secret. Soon she began reaching out to the authorities, hoping that they would protect her or that by some miracle all of this would just end. But the threats intensified, and cartel members eventually kidnapped her and threatened her family and even held her infant son at gunpoint. And it was after this final brutal kidnapping she realized she would have to take her son and flee for her life. She left everything behind, making this perilous journey across the country, evading detection from the cartels and their spies, traversing the harsh deserts of the north before finally crossing to the United States with her child, seeking asylum and safety. Finally, it seemed like she was safe. Finally, she could rest knowing that she and her child would be all right. But then her asylum claim was denied. Desperate and without any options, she persisted in her case and appealed the decision. But once again, her asylum was denied. But she knew that if she got deported, absolutely death was waiting for her back in Mexico. She needed this asylum. So she reached out to the organizations and lawyers who were willing to take up her case, and with their help she relived her trauma in testimony, and she exposed the full extent of the cartel's brutality and the complicity of the local officials, making an appeal to the Ninth Circuit Court, hoping they would accept it. It was emotionally grueling and miserable, but she persisted. And finally, there was a breakthrough. The court ruled in her favor, recognizing female nurses as a protected group. And so for the first time, Mariela was safe, and she began rebuilding her life in the state of Idaho, helping organizations all around the U.S. and Mexico improve protections for nurses and doctors.
Do something with your life. Become a nurse.